so lately, like if you're asking the question, if we're saying VPN is not as secure, what should company be doing then, right? So there are two methods today that people use to connect, trying to get away from some of the problems with VPN or the dangers of VPN, is they start to use what's called SaaS applications, okay? Or an example would be Microsoft SharePoint or OneDrive, okay? To actually connect to files if that's the purpose, as opposed to using VPN to connect to file shares in the office, right? So why is that better? Why is SharePoint or OneDrive better? Well, the reason is it isn't like they're not subject to infection as well, because if the laptop is exposed and I'm connecting to my OneDrive or SharePoint through something called OneDrive Sync, that will make those files appear like they're local to me or they're mounted on a network. So an infection can still infect those files as well. Well, the advantage that SharePoint and OneDrive has over traditional file sharing on a VPN network is that there's a constant revision system built in to OneDrive or SharePoint, so that if, for whatever reason, despite all the mechanisms you put in place to prevent an attack, if I have a ransomware attack that actually infects my SharePoint or OneDrive files, once we stop the attack, it's very easy to go into SharePoint and restore a prior version that is uninfected. That is not easily done on a company network. Those are the advantages of using SaaS-based file sharing solution. Same thing with Box or Dropbox or other systems like that. So in addition to securing files with SaaS technologies, there are other methods available. So some organizations that prefer things that are more centralized and better controlled and managed will use remote desktops. So there's there are two common methods called VDI and DaaS, desktop as a service. So VDI technologies, examples would be Citrix, VMware Horizon View, TrueGrid Secure RDP, and there's other few ones out there. So in a VDI or remote desktop environment, the end user device almost doesn't matter, right? You don't care about, you want it to be secure, but you actually don't care because you can prevent all redirections, meaning that whatever is happening on those remote endpoints never gets into the backend environment, into the remote networks. So in that situation, the files that you need to access, the emails, business programs, they're all residing on the remote desktop. And so you can, for example, access your SharePoint or your OneDrive from that remote desktop. You could access file shares. You could access business programs, clinical applications, business ERPs, and whatnot. So the benefit of that arrangement is that you almost don't care where the user is connecting from or what they're connecting with. All of the authentication and the security is done at the edge. And so once people get into that remote systems, everything's managed and secure in that bubble, right? So that's another way that people connect and bypass some of the dangers of VPN.